That looks like a real cabinet.
So this is the first game in this series that wasn't for the Neo Geo. You've got easy and hard difficulty, which easy doesn't let you complete the game, so we're not playing it. And this game is the first Metal Slug game where the characters have differences. So this screen is not trivial anymore. They also added Ralph and Clark, but like Marco's pistol's good, Tarma's good in vehicles, Theo gets extra ammo. I'm going to be playing as Aerie because she gets extra grenades, and that is pretty good. They also made some changes to the way the system works in that instead of having a single weapon, you have a couple that you can carry around. You can switch between them, and that gives you a lot of flexibility in routing what you want to do with your weapons. Stage 1 here, it doesn't matter much. But later on in the game, it becomes very significant. With that said, you do get less weapon ammo than you got in previous games, so there's that. So, like I said before, Aerie is very good with grenades. She gets twice as many as everybody else, and in addition to that, she's got more control over the grenades. You can choose a direction that you're holding to throw them. So this thing, you can get some bonus points if you destroy this every segment on this walker thing. Pretty tough to do if you don't use your grenades aggressively and your tank shells. Yeah, if I cleared that a little cleaner, you can end up with like 800,000 points there. With that said, this is not a score run by any stretch. If this was a score run, I would not be playing this character because Clark scores way more points. This game also has diverging paths. You can actually climb the cliffs here and go another way, but I don't want to do that path right now. Stage 1 is overall pretty straightforward. There's definitely some extra secrets that you can do and stuff like that. This game has some really, really weird secrets, like this one where you have to backtrack after advancing the screen. There's actually exactly 100 prisoners in this game. There's 20 in each stage, and some of them are really weird to get. This is the first boss. It's kind of a weird deal here. I don't think I got back in the Slug. No. You get another bonus if you are in the Slug when you finish the stage, but I did not make it in time. Alright, stage 2 has some very tanky enemies. These dudes... I don't know why these dudes are so healthy, but they take a few shots to kill. Alright, so this is another really dumb secret. The precision that you have to use to advance back there is way, way more than it needs to be. Mars people, they don't do much in this game. Stage we get a donkey because, you know, Metal Slug. Do Metal Slug things. You also get to haul this outhouse around. So here, you can only hold 2 weapons, but if you get another one, you can control which one you keep based on what you have selected. You'll always keep the weapon you have selected if you pick up another weapon. Yeah, not only do you need the donkey just because it's firepower, but it's the only way to get those guys, and also, if you smash that into the wall, you get a bunch of coins. Alright, so laser's pretty good for this first phase, and then the other weapon I picked up is new in 6, and it's Zaimetsu Sword. It is a very powerful but short-range weapon, which will be useful in the second phase. So again, because I'm airy, I can throw grenades straight up, which is better. Alright, so there's a cutscene here. They actually show that Morden, I guess, is teamed up with the Mars people because there's these new aliens. Newer, angry aliens. This stage has a whole bunch of weird spots you have to shoot if you want all the secrets. Not sure why that guy's here. So because I did all the shot points, there's a secret at the end of the second, which I'm actually not even going to do because it's really dangerous and I don't remember it. These tank things, tank aliens, I don't really know how to describe them, don't actually do damage by contact, so you can hang out right next to them. This is another alternate path. You can go down past these stairs. But that path is the bad. Oh, okay, that was dangerous. If he hadn't hit that NPC, he would have killed me there. Another obscure secret, you have to stand here and shoot this with a shotgun 5 times. And because I did that, coins are in here. Welcome to Metal Slug 6 Secrets. I scrolled the screen too far. Alright, this segment's really annoying if you're going for score. Because you get a mash. Or use special ammo, I guess. You can do that. Alright. Stage 3 boss is kind of infamous for being really, really difficult for new players. It has some stuff that you can pattern out that makes it better, but it is still a boss that can easily go wrong. It also took me forever to learn that this boss's name actually is Brain Robot, and I just didn't make that up. So a lot of those attacks are essentially unavoidable if you haven't already seen them.
You're great.
Two POWs? I missed the one on top, and I missed... Oh, there's 3 in there, yeah, okay. Alright, this stage I will definitely not be getting all the POWs. Mission 4 has the hardest fight that is in this game by a wide margin. So, we'll see how it goes. A little bit of a safe spot here. You can get killed if you just stand here and don't do anything, but if you do like this, you'll kill everything before it threatens you. Alright, this fight can go suck an egg. Yep, got distracted. Alright, well that is unsurprising. Another alternate path here, you can go down there instead, and then you don't get this slug flyer, which is awful. This is essentially shmup. Pretty easy overall. There's a few parts that can catch you off guard, but once you get the patterns down, there's only a couple places that are threatening at all. That said, those purple bullets can be really hard to see sometimes. Alright, now we get to fight the boss, which is Elder Centipede. So beyond the fact that I lost the POWs that I got before I died, there's 5 additional POWs in this stage that you have to get by wasting time on this boss, which I am not going to do. Elder Centipede is really, really punishing for if you do patterns wrong. Also, like, the ways that he kills you are somewhat inconsistent in terms of, like, what hits you and what doesn't. I'll get out this pattern now because I got in this. Ideally, I would be getting to phase 2 right now, but since I screwed up, I don't get to. That like earthquake is him changing to phase 2 health. Dead.
You're great.
he can also rotate either direction there, and the other rotation is a lot harder. All right, final mission. Final mission is quite a bit longer than the other missions, and unfortunately they kind of go a little bit nuts with the health here in a couple places. Just run past those first guys because I'm still invincible. These slammer enemies are a lot less threatening than they look, but also just are very tanky. The only time they're actually attacking is when they are like slamming into the ground. Otherwise, you can walk up and knife them, which is nice when you don't want to mash. Well, I can look at that now. Alright. Dawdled too long. Oh, why is that happening? Not sure why the grenades were exploding there instead of going further. That's a shame. Fortunately, that's before the super shotgun. If you die after the super shotgun, things get real bad. Another secret here, you have to leave that box intact, and you can jump up here. Please. Get this gem. So this part you can hold these off screen by walking into them. They do not kill you by moving, so you're just going to do this. Alright, this is a little bit infamous. It's kind of a boring segment where you have to drill. It takes quite a while, even going reasonably quickly, unless you're Tarma, because Tarma has really good vehicles. get extra bombs for this thing, but you don't really need them. Okay. Now instead of the normal POWs, we're rescuing Mars people. So this is a secret that you can do, where you go under the whole part of this stage. And then, if you do this, there's this gold walker worth 50,000 points that spawns. So from here on out, I am going to attempt to preserve this super shotgun for the entire rest of the stage. It is a huge hassle that is also very necessary. Yeah, and this is really where you see the weapon preservation that I talked about earlier coming into play a lot. Because if you don't do this, later parts of this stage just are extraordinarily difficult. Using one shot doesn't matter. I just need to make sure I've got about 5 left. And unfortunately, these are really obnoxious to kill when they're down on a slope compared to you like that, so I just have to wait them out sometimes. Fortunately, that doesn't happen too often. This is the last time that we really have to wait. once they've initiated their explosion, they become invincible. I didn't know they could start doing that. That was dicey, but made it through, I guess. Alright, so more in obscure Metal Slug 6 secrets. You have to jump over here and then back. And shoot right there, and you get a bone. Again here. I don't like using that there, but I kind of put myself in a weird spot. I need to use this up because otherwise this next part gets a little weird. Alright, another bone there. Right here. I want to attempt to scroll the screen just so. There we go. This particular guy, the big beam that he shoots spins the opposite direction, and that makes it really hard to dodge. Alright, so here we're going to fight a whole lot of these slamming enemies, and we're going to take advantage of them not actually attacking most of the time that they look like they're attacking pretty heavily. Almost died there because I didn't hit back soon enough. Just gonna skip these two guys, they don't matter. Alright, so because I hit all of the other shot points that I talked about and got a bone, I can jump here and shoot that. And because I did all of that, I have unlocked another secret. This Mars person right here does not spawn unless you've gotten all 4 of those shot points for the bones. And this super shotgun is really important, because we're fighting Tarma, and Tarma is a bastard. That fight is extraordinarily random and difficult if you do not have exactly the super shotgun. So, Yeah, and now this is an interesting thing because we're on the final boss, and this is, I think, the first game since the first one that gave you a real, actual metal slug for the final boss. Usually they give you just on foot. Or in the... Okay, that was almost bad. If that guy starts attacking, it'll actually instantly kill the slug. 3, they give you like a fake slug that's really a totally unique thing. But since 1, this is about it. And no, 3 does not give you slugs. It gives you a turret that it pretends is a slug. Anyway, Invader King. It's an interesting fight that we're going to abuse the iframes that you get from getting in and out of a slug for pretty significantly. While most of this guy's attacks are pretty straightforward to dodge once you've got the pattern down, he does have one thing he can do that I don't know if there's a guaranteed way to dodge. Pattern. Okay, this pattern, there's 2 different ways these shots can come. And this way is sometimes undodgeable. Easy version of it. I could get out and use my special weapons in order to speed this fight up, but I don't want to. Yeah, like that. There's just no way. One of those shots came from below, and you just can't see it. Oh, okay. This is the last phase. We're falling, and he's gonna shoot some shit. Fortunately, I have the Slug, which means I've got quite a bit of buffer. But the Slug is also like significantly bigger than it looks in this segment, so it's very easy for it to get hit in ways like that don't look right. Yeah. But that said, I made it far enough. I think I can time this out. Nope. All right. Well, we lost. Get ready for the worst credit you've ever seen. Oh, God. Yeah, so the problem with falling in the Slug there is that it pops you out in a really weird way, and sometimes it is impossible to avoid the attacks. So... Oh, and that's... Whoop. Well, I hit reset instead of stop, but... I'm not even mad, honestly. It's so silly that that's a thing that they decided was okay. Oh, that's true. We do lose the POW names. But, you know. So yeah, this game is sick. They did a lot of cool stuff. There's a couple of weird spots, like the stage 4 fight that's just like so disproportionately difficult. But what do you do?